Unlike many of her neighbours and all her friends at the Azov House of Culture Elderly Club, Galina Petrovna Orlova, or Galia for short, almost never cried. While they glistened like sweetie wrappers chewed up by one of Goryun Tigranovitch's cats, she sat squarely on her chair, quietly bronzed, her muscular hands resting in light puffy fists on her floral-clad thighs. She listened attentively to the complaints of others, sighed and tutted gently as they recounted tales of lives that were hard. Galia considered that she herself lived in the present and rarely reminisced. Her concerns included her vegetable patch, good food, complicated card games, and her friends. She took pride in her town and her region, and she would certainly defend her motherland against any sort of criticism that wasn't her own. She was not what one might call a sentimental person. However, even the most unsentimental among us have to have something or someone. And, in the autumn of her days, the source of Galia's completeness and the well from which she drew her compassion, her patience, her certainty and her rest was neither the church, nor alcohol, nor gossip, nor gardening. The source of her calm was her three-legged dog. The dog had a narrow face and graceful limbs tufted with wiry grey hair. Her dark eyes tilted over high cheekbones, recalling, perhaps, some long-lost Bortsoi relative waiting on the eastern plains under a canopy of frozen teardrop stars. That was Galia's initial impression when she first saw the dog from a distance outside the factory when she didn't have her glasses on. On closer inspection, however, she could find little evidence of blue blood in the mutt. Limp-tailed and apologetic, she had taken up residence under a particularly rancid snack kiosk and was scavenging for food. Galia steadfastly ignored the beast. For 5 days, she pretended the dog wasn't there and turned her head slyly as she passed to and from the vegetable patch. And then on the 6th, she saw the dog trying, with her lone forepaw, to extract a stub of bone from under a piss-stained kiosk. Poor dog. Only 3 legs. It reminded Galia of a feeling, like a vague sniff of something or someone that had been a long time ago and long since departed. Something she wanted to hold on to, but could not even touch. The old lady watched the dog and sighed. The dog's ears pricked at the sound, and she stopped scrabbling. There was a moment's breathless pause in the bustling afternoon, and a long, dark brown gaze was directed straight through Galia's woolen cardigan and into her heart. Their fate was sealed, whether she liked it or not. Galia had carefully extracted the stub of bone with her penknife and given it to the dog, who accepted it between gentle white teeth. As evening drew on, the dog followed Galia home at a polite distance, ignoring vague shooing noises that emerged, half-hearted as sun-kissed bees, from Galia's throat. The dog sat patiently outside the apartment door as dusk crept down the hall, and was still there when the ball of the sun rose on the horizon and the blackbirds broke into song. After a night of deep meditation, Galia relented and opened the door wide. In slid the dog to sit calmly under the kitchen table, looking about her with brightly inquisitive, almond-shaped eyes. Dog lady, what should we call you, eh? I wonder if you've had a name before. Probably Fido, or Shep, or Sharik, or something else ugly and completely unsuitable. Well, no matter. Look at you, handsome lady, with your cheekbones and your pointy beard. We will call you Barada, the bearded one. That'll do for us. And Galia called the dog Barada, in recognition of her fine, pointy beard.